All right, guys, welcome back. It's been a little bit of time here, but I am back on a river and it's got water in it. This river has not had any water in it for like the entire year. I got the waders on, finally got something warm to wear when it's cold out here. And yeah, I'm gonna throw a bunch of different baits today because with the water being up, there's gonna be a whole slew of new fish over in this area that I go fishing in. I'm going to start off with some big baits because there are some giant fish that swim up in here every once in a while when the water goes up. And yeah, we're going to see what happens. I'm excited, so let's try to get some big fish. Okay, I'm going to take a second, throw this number 5 Meps around, see if there's any big toothy critters or bigger varieties of bass. The water's really moving through here, so we're gonna see. Sometimes there's some really big fish that just sit right in here. Well, this is usually way out of the water. That thing is pumping, and this is all good fishing area. So you can see that little spot of weeds right there. That's because the bottom was above the water. I mean, this is not normally grown up like this. And there's actually water in here. I had to find a high spot to put my stuff. So hopefully that bodes for some really good fishing today. But I'm not going to talk too long here because, yeah, this is awesome. This is the highest it's been in a long, long time. So there should be some fish around. Let's go catch some fish. Okay. The water being high, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find some toothy critters with this guy. I also brought a bunch of other big baits, so wish me luck. I'll try this first, and then I have everything that I need for here all the way down to Nightcrawler. So we're gonna catch something today. Let's just keep your fingers crossed we catch something big. Fish? What is that? I hooked a fish on a line. Try and pull that line out, but I want to hook this little guy first. I don't think he's hooked to it at all. that little thing ate my number 5 Meps. Okay, let's see if we can get this line out of here. Okay, so I got most of that line out. The trick is you wrap it around a rock, then you pull straight at you really slow, and then it breaks from down on the bottom wherever it was hooked up. So I can take this rock now. I'm gonna go throw it up on a rock bar. It's gonna stay like this forever, but at least it's not in the water. Okay, let's see what else will play. That little like 1/4 ounce bass, I can't believe ate this, but I mean, river fish are kind of nuts. So let's see if we can find some more. Okay, I did my due diligence and threw big baits for about 2 hours this morning. So now we're going to switch to this jig head and a paddle tail. Might actually need to put a heavier jig head on with how much current there is, but I'm going to hop that around and hopefully find something that wants to eat it. I just want to catch some fish at this point. I would catch that little frickin' 3-ouncer. It's a fish. Okay, now let's make them bigger. Let's hope there's some bigger fish down here than those little 6-inch bass. There appears to be something stacked up over here. Let's see if we can get them. What is that? Tiny little bass. I didn't come down here to go micro fishing. I have gotten some giant bass down here before, so we'll see. Okay, so I threw lures around for a long time. I don't know if you guys seen it, but yeah, I got like 5 or 6 of those like 6-inch bass. But I'm gonna break down and throw a night crawler on a jig with a bobber. I might take the bobber off because it's pretty deep right now and I don't have a slip bobber, so might just bounce a jig around. But I want to see if there's even anything else in here. There is a ton of weeds right now floating down, so that tells me that the body of water above this spot is probably turned over and all the weeds are dying, so that could be a bad thing. We will see though. Let's see if there's anything. I saw fish jumping in this area, and that was why I started fishing with my, I don't know if you guys saw that, I fished with a little paddle tail for a while to get those bass and whatnot, but I thought for sure that throwing it around here with the fish jumping and stuff, I thought they were maybe smallmouth eating stuff off the surface, but I don't know. If there's anything around, usually a night crawler on a jig head works, so we will see. Okay, I got nibbled off by something little, but I'm gonna see if there's something up underneath this little foam here. Sometimes you'll get big catfish and whatchamacallit, smallmouth will. Something. Little smallie, like I was saying. Every bass I've gotten today is the same size. Wonder if they'll eat the little nub. But yeah, sometimes you'll get a pile of them up underneath these foams. What that is that's a bunch of weeds right there. They're all just catching the foam, that foam that's running downstream. So it creates a little bit of cover for them. So it's always worth throwing something at them. But yeah, I'm gonna get some more bait on here and peck around. Hopefully I can find myself a big smallmouth. Oh, those are gar. That's what those are. They just figured out what they're I was casting out here because I was seeing a bunch of bigger fish come up to the surface and I couldn't figure out what they were. They're long-nosed gar. Bit me right off. didn't even hesitate. Good thing I have 1,000 jigs. All right, let's see if we can catch one of those guys. Okay, so normally I don't try to target the gar that I'm seeing, but if they're the big fish down here today, I am definitely willing to see if I can get a good one. Okay, I don't know what you guys are gonna see last, but it's getting hot out here and I have not caught anything down below this dam. I'm gonna work some of the holes on the way back here with a jig head and a night crawler, see if there's any smallmouth or largemouth hanging out in them, or anything else for that matter. I just want to catch some fish before I go. So yeah, I'm gonna walk down this and then we'll see if we find anything. If you guys see this, I caught some fish obviously. Okay, I already switched it to my red and white number 2 MEPS that works all over the place because I had a bunch of little bluegills peck off my frickin' bait already. So I'm gonna throw this around, at least that way I can catch a couple fish at a time here. See if anything big's hanging around any of these pools. Usually the smallmouth are hanging around the fast water. I'm gonna try and get it right on the edge of that stuff. See if we can find anything. I got one. What is this? Little bass. Ooh. Knew the spinner would work. Another one. Must be a school of these guys up there. I'd like to get one of the bigger ones. There's one by shore. They're not getting any bigger. Got another one. There's got to be a school of these guys up there. Oh, look, he got a little bigger. Apparently, there's going to be largemouth below here for a long time. Oh, that feels like a better one. Hey, you're getting bigger. Like 2 inches at a time. Go figure. So 2 more inches, that'd be like a 12. The next one should be a 12. It's another one. I mean, this guy might be bigger than the last one. A little bit. Not by 2 inches. But yeah, there is an endless supply of these dudes down here. Okay, I'll cut them out until we find one that's a little bigger, or I get something different. Okay, guys, I don't know what you guys are going to see last. Probably one of those 1,000 6-inch bass. I should probably be more specific when I'm asking for just catching some fish. I mean, if those would have all been 3-pounders, it would have been a blast. I mean, it was still fun because I caught fish, but I mean, come on. So hopefully you guys aren't too mad at me for uploading these kind of videos. This is really how it is, and you know, a lot of you guys used to ask for these like real life videos. Well, this is real life. I haven't been down here in forever, and this is the first time the water's been high, and I think all year basically. I think I came down here at the spring and the water was low already. So like, yeah, this usually if the water's up all year, there's some really good fish in here, but I think they just still haven't pushed up yet, or the water hasn't cooled down enough. So there's that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this short one, but I will put one pointer out. That little white and red #2 MEPS. If you go river fishing, bring at least 2 of those with you, because if you're just trying to catch some fish, everything in a river will eat it. So I'm not sponsored by MEPS or anything like that. That's literally what my go-to, like if I just need to make sure that I get a bite, that's what I throw. So I didn't get skunked today, and I'm happy for that. See you guys next time.